Hey guys, today I'll be telling you my mains as of December 31st, 2016, and my goals for the year 2017. So this is going to be part of a time capsule letter, which I'm going to be writing in a live stream later on with Luigi Cubes and maybe some other people on my channel. So here's the first event, 3x3. So my main for 3x3 is the Valk, Cubicle Valk, and my official single is 7.11. My official average is 822. So for 2017, I would like to get a sub 6.5 single, maybe like a low 6, maybe a sub 6, just like around there, and a sub 7.5 average. Okay, now on the 2x2. So actually, yeah, I'm doing the events in the new order of the WCA, which is pretty cool because they changed the order of the listing of the events. Okay, so 2x2, I have a 0.85 single and a 195 average. So I'm not really expecting to beat the 0.85 anytime soon, but I guess to beat it would be nice. Maybe just get like a sub 1 this year. And I'd like to get a sub 1.8 average. I don't think I'm really going to be improving that much in this, 'cause I don't really practice it at all. And maybe a sub Chris average, but just like sub 1.8. Okay, 4x4. I have a 3461 single and a 3807 average. So I'd like to get a sub 30 single and a sub 35 average. And this is the Wu Chui, I think. Yeah. Oh, and the 2x2 is the cubicle Weipo. Alright, now on the 5x5. So, this is actually the Bo Chuang. My main is the Wei Chuang, but it's like really, it's like exploded and it's all in pieces. So, I'm probably just gonna wait for a new 5x5. Maybe I'll get a magnetic one, but I think they're pretty expensive. So I'll just wait for a new 5x5 to get a new main. But this is currently my main. And my official average is 124.54, and my official single is 121.76. Both are pretty bad for me. I think I will be going for like a 1.0 something, just like a sub 110 single, I guess, and like a 115, sub 115 average. Now 6x6. This is the Chi Wu Hua, and my official single is 256.36. My official average is 3 minutes .92. So I'd like to get maybe like a sub 220 single and a sub 230 average, something like that. And I might be underestimating myself, or I don't think overestimating, but I'm probably underestimating myself in like a lot of these events. Okay, 7x7. This is the Yushin 7x7. Although I am soon going to get the Chi, which is coming out pretty soon. When it comes out, I will get it. So this is, I have a 425.09 single and a 436.71 average. So I'd like to get a sub 4 average, and I don't really care about the single. I guess maybe like a 340 something single, maybe. Alright. Now we have blind. So blind, I just use my Valk, Cubicle Valk. It doesn't have a logo. So yeah. So I have a 404.17 single, which is pretty bad for me, even now. So I guess for single, I'd like to get maybe a low 1, just like a 130, sub 130 maybe. And I don't have an official average. I like to just get a decent official average. So maybe, hopefully I can get good at blind. So maybe like a sub 2 average. That would be good. Alright. Next we have FMC. So obviously I don't really have mains for FMC, but here's like my 3 best cubes. So here's the Cubicle Valk, Cubicle Weilong GTS, and the Cubicle and the normal Valk. So if I were to do FMC, I would probably use these 3 cubes. Yeah, so I have a 30 single and a 34.67 average. It's actually the 30 single I got in June 2015. So it's been like a year and a half since I got it. I don't want it to go 2.5 years without beating that because I was really bad when I got it and it was so lucky. So I want to get a sub 30 single, just beat my PB, and maybe like a sub 32 average or something. Alright, next we have OH. So OH again, I use the cubicle Volk. Pretty much every 3x3 event I use this. So for OH, I have a 12-10 single and a 14-24 average. So I never do really well with singles. So single, I guess maybe a sub 11, possibly sub 10, but I'd just say a sub 11 single. And average, I'd really like a sub 13 average. I think it's pretty doable because I have a whole year. And like I could get that now, given the right scrambles or whatever. So yeah, just a sub 13 average. Alright, feet. So actually, feet I use the big sail, so I lied. I don't use the Volk for every 3x3 event, but you know, feet's different. So the big sail, I've actually started practicing this like 2 days ago, and before then I wanted to get a sub 1 average, but I'm averaging like sub 1 now. So yeah, so my official single is 136.65, 151.45 average, so I can definitely improve. I have a comp in January Clifton, so I'm not sure if I'll have feet for the rest of the year at all, but I'd like to get a sub 50 average and a sub 40 single, maybe just a low 40, not sure. That is if I get to compete more times after January. So yeah. Next event is Megaminx. So Megaminx, I'm using the X-Man Megaminx sculpted. So I have a 106.89 single and a 108.65 average. Neither are very good. So I would like to have a sub 55 average and a sub 50 single. Alright, Pyraminx. So for Pyraminx, I use the Moyu Magnetic Pyraminx, and I have a 288 single and a 457 average. So I'd like to have a sub 4 average for sure, maybe even more like a 3.6 average, somewhere around there, mid threes. Single. Now I don't really care about singles that much, but I'd really like to get a sub Adam Glendy. If you don't know him, you might not know him. He got a while back in like May 2015. He got a 2.7 something, and I got a 3.1 on that same scramble. It was a stupid scramble, but I really want to get sub him because like I was annoyed that I messed that scramble up. But yeah, so just like maybe a 2.6, 2.5 single. I don't really care. Alright, now for clock. So for clock, I use the Rubik's brand, all lubed and stuff. Yeah, I took it apart. Okay, yeah, so hopefully the Moyu or Chi clock will be coming out sometime, like soon. So we'll probably get those. But on clock, I have an 8.7 official average. I mean single, and a 1076 average. So I guess if I practice this year at all, I would want to have like something like a sub 9 average and sub 8 single, maybe sub 7, mid 7, I don't know. Yeah. Now on to Scube. So I used to want to get Gnar on this. This is a Moyu Magnetic, by the way. I used to want to get Gnar on this, but like then Jabari got it, and now it's lower. And I don't really care anymore. I've been getting so many official sub 4 averages, but I'm really consistent, and I can't beat my first one, which is 385, and my single is 227. So I guess sub 3.5 average, maybe Gnar, maybe sub current Gnar, but it's probably going to be beaten again, so I don't know, sub 3.5. My single's pretty good. even though it's not ranked that well. Maybe just a sub 2 single if I get lucky, but yeah. And now for square one. Yeah, so I have a 749 single and an 1128 average. The single's great. The average is not that great. So I'd like to have a sub 10 average. Maybe be second in New York for once, but I know Rose getting better also. So yeah, and single stay the same. I don't really think I'm gonna get world record on this. I used to think I had the chance. I don't really think I'm gonna get any records this year at all, or pretty much ever, because I live in the U.S. and that sucks. But whatever. Okay. Now we are on to multi-blind. I'm not sure which comes first, multi-blind or 4 and 5 blind, because I don't have a 4 and 5 blind result, and I'm looking at my profile. But anyway, for multi-blind, I use the Valk and whatever, my FMC stuff. I currently can only do 2, but my goal is to get 5 points in comp, and my official is 2 out of 2 in 1655. So yeah. And for 4 and 5 blind, the last events, these are the only events I've never competed in, and I would like to learn how to solve at least 4 blind, and probably learn how to solve both. I'd like to get an official success in this, if I'm allowed to compete at all, because Nats I have to qualify somewhere else. So if there's any comps besides Nats that have this 4 blind, then I want to get a success. I don't really care about the time. And 5 blind, I'd like to learn, maybe get a success at home. I don't plan on getting a success in comp, because that seems really hard, but just get a success at home, I guess. And that's all the events. Alright, so now I'm just going to go over some goals that I have for Sum of Ranks. So here is the US single Sum of Ranks. I'm going to first go over the singles. So for single, I'm not really sure, because I don't have very good singles. I'm currently ranked 13th, which is pretty bad compared to my average ranking. So maybe I want to get around like 6th or 7th, but again, I don't really care about single. So now we have North American single. I'm ranked 15th because there's 2 Canadians, Antoine and Louis, who are better than me. So I guess if I wanted to get 7th or 8th or 6th or 7th, just add 2 onto that, so maybe 9 or something, 9 or 10. So yeah. And finally, world single, I am 62nd, maybe get in the 30s or 40s. I guess getting a better blind single would really help for all of these, because blind average doesn't affect it as much as blind single does. Okay, so now for the real Sum of Ranks that matters, average. So I'm half of what I am for single, so that's good. So I'm 6th for USA average Sum of Ranks, and as you can see, it is USA, so it's hard to improve these ranks by that much. But as you can see, everyone's in the 500s until Evan Liu. So if I improve, I could get here to number 2, but my goal is just going to get to like number 3 or 4. But I could get here, and then here is a huge leap, because Evan Liu is ranked very well. So I would probably just want to get to number 2 as the best I could get, but I might be able to just get to like 3 or 4. So yeah, and then for North American average, same thing. There's 2 Canadians, so I might want to get to like 5 or 6. But then again, I could pass by Louis, so maybe 4. I'm not sure though. So yeah, and then finally, world average. I think this is sort of what actually matters, because it's everyone in the world. Your continent could be different from other people's. So yeah, so I'm ranked 30th for world average, and getting a blind average could really help, because it is 894, which means you don't have an average, and everyone else is a lot better. So yeah, I'm 30th, So my goal is probably just to get top 20, maybe top 15. I'm not really sure what would be actually possible. I could be underestimating it. I could be overestimating it. But yeah, just top 20. Okay, I'm sorry about this, but it seems as if I've forgotten an event. So here it is, Killaminx. I know this isn't an official event. It might become one. If it does, it probably won't even be in 2017, like 2018, but whatever. So unofficially, like in comp, I have a 24.16 average, which was world record for like a few minutes, but then someone beat it, and I don't know what my single is, but yeah, if this ever becomes an event, I would want a sub 20 average, I guess, sub 15 single, because hopefully the hardware would improve, because this Shang Shao Killminx isn't that good, and I would travel to the first competition where it's being held, just so I could get a world record, because then I would have history of world records. So yeah. Um, so thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the time capsule live stream later with Luigi Cubes and maybe other people. So yeah, see you December 31st, 2017.